Christmas time, you know the time, everybody feeling fine. Good people, what go on? Yo, it's been a long time. Yo, I've been busy because, been working on a play. I'm an actor now, so, I'm a bit busy. And the play that I'm in, it's in Japanese. So, it's very difficult. Anyways, so today I'm going to give you some tips on how to learn a language easy, any language. All right. So first tip is to carry a dictionary with you every time. Well, yeah, just so you know, anytime you need to look up a word, you can just search for it. But if you don't have a dictionary, then simple. Use your phone. Your phone is in your pocket, man. Use your phone. Your phone is in your pocket. You have a dictionary in your pocket. Simple as that. Second tip, use an app. All right? There's so many apps out there, so many language apps that can let you learn about any language. All right. Next tip is to study every day. Study every day. Study every day. Who does that? But anyways, so you don't have to study every day, but you can study at least maybe once every 2 days, maybe, who knows? Or you can even learn one word per day. Simple as that. I don't study every day, but it helps if you can at least read something. So that leads me to my next point. All right, my next tip. So my next tip is to watch, read, listen, and write in your chosen language. So the language that you want to learn. Maybe watch a movie with that language, that is in that language. Listen to a song that is in that language. Alright? Write in that language. Write something. Alright? In that language. Alright? It helps on your listening ability, your writing ability, your speaking ability, your language ability. And this point leads me to the other point. Alright? This point leads me to the other point, which is visit the country where that language that you want to learn is spoken. So if you want to learn Spanish, it would help a lot. Okay? It would help a lot to travel to a Spanish speaking country. Anyone. If you want to learn Portuguese, go to a country that speaks Portuguese. French, same thing. English, same thing. Even though, but it would help a lot, because if you're in the environment, okay, the only thing you will be hearing is that language. So you hear the language, you see the language, you have no other option but to communicate in that language. All right? If I'm making sense, please tell me, even though I would like to make some dollars. Anyways, so next point, easy. The next point is connecting with a native speaker. All right? Connect with a native speaker. So if you cannot travel to the country, or even if you can, if you had already done that, then my advice to you, my tip to you is to find someone, a native speaker, It would help a lot in terms of practicing the language. So if you make mistakes, no problem. That person will help you to correct you. All right? And you will actually hear pronunciation. You'll hear how the language is spoken. All right? And this leads me to another tip. And I think this one is by far the most important for me. This should have been number 1. Anyways, drum roll for this one. This one is the most important. Drum roll. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, all right? So it's not your native tongue, it's not your native language, all right? So you should not be afraid to make mistakes. This will actually help you alright? And you know, it gives persons around you some laughs. You know, I made my share of mistakes before. I remember when I was in, I don't remember which country. I remember I went to buy detergent. I was in a Spanish speaking country. I went to buy detergent. So I looked at the worker and I said, quiero gente. What? Really? Really? Seriously? I asked for people, quiero gente, and the line was this long. The line was very long, and I was at the front, and the cashier said to me, dime, como, quiero gente, and I was pointing at the detergent, you know, I was pointing at it, quiero gente, exactly, and someone in the line came up and said, yo, detergente. I was like, whoa! So imagine that. I always make mistakes. I make mistakes in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and now in my everyday life I make a mistake in Japanese. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. So next point, don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about grammar, alright? Just build up your vocabulary and learn enough so that you can just piece the words together, so you can piece the sentences together. So then maybe the person you're speaking with can have an idea about what you're talking about or what you want to talk about. Alright, it doesn't matter if it's not grammatically correct. Alright, just don't focus on grammar since you're just starting out. Alright, little by little. Cool. Next point is, after all is said and done, you build up your vocabulary, you're trying to make sentences, you hear how the language is supposed to be said or sound, you have an idea of the sound, alright? So, next point, next tip is work on pronunciation. Alright, simple as that. And let me give you a bonus. Last but not least, learn to count in the language. Simple as that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ich lisan. Simple. Learn to count in that language that you're trying to speak. Simple as that. Maybe I missed out some tips, but these are my tips that I use to learn languages. It's effective for me, and maybe it will be effective for you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Don't forget, I'm Latino from Language 876. You can follow me on all social media platforms. Hit the like and the subscribe button and the bell notification. Alright? So anytime I post a video, you will be notified. Alright? I'm back. I'm here. And see you next time. Boom! 6:30.